Hey, what's happening everybody? Rod J back again. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. And today, I'm actually taking a look at another one that goes back in the day with me. This is going to be a look at the Yuengling Black and Tan. This one came out back in 1986 from America's oldest brewery. It comes in at an ABV of 4.6%. And I'm actually working myself through some of the Yuengling beers because I've never put them up on the channel. As I mentioned on the last one I did, the traditional lager, I was going to move over and do this one. I got a couple other ones that I'll be bringing to you as well. But me growing up in the Northeast, what I did, started drinking some beers. We did have Yuengling. And so the Black and Tan is actually one that has actually stood out the most for me of the beers I've had from them. That's actually one that I enjoyed more than any of the other ones. But like I said, I never did a video, so I figured why not break it down. This one is actually done 60% with their dark porter and then 40% of their traditional. On the can itself, again, my knock about Yuengling, if I'm going to hit them on something as far as their marketing and packaging, no date on the can, also no ABV on the can. So those are two things I think every can or every bottle should have. Comes in with an ABV of 4.6%. Let's get this baby into a glass and see what it has to offer. Yuengling, of course, out of Pottstown, PA. So for some of you that may have not had Yuengling in the past, technically they're still considered a craft brewery, even though they seem to do a lot of beers, but they're limited on their beers, right? So they were only in, I think, 20-something states. With them actually being purchased under the acquisition recently under Coors Miller, they're going to actually be now probably taken nationwide. I think they'll get them out of that craft title, although some people already kind of consider them more macro than craft. It is what it is. And like I said, they've been doing some stuff for a while and have always put together some nice, easy drinking beers. I can tell you right there on the pour that I just did on this one, got that little bit of a head there as I got it into the rim of the mug, and you get that nice dark color. Not fully dark, you got a little bit of a reddish tint on the bottom to this one here, but a darker brown, almost like a cherry wood type color. Aroma-wise, you're getting a nice amount of sweetness there from the malts. You get a little bit of a roastiness on the nose as well. Almost like a caramel or toffee release there in the sweetness on the nose also comes through. But a nice looking color to the beer is kind of what you'd expect to get when you're thinking of something like this. Now, taste-wise, you feel a good amount of the carbonation. You actually feel a nice sweetness there from the malts. You're getting kind of a toffee feel on the taste that comes through. You get a scratchiness in the throat there a little bit from the hops as well. A nice roastiness in the flavor. Now this one, what I like about it is it has a nice amount of flavor that gets into the cheeks. That initial gulp right there, as you can see, I can already feel some of the flavor lacing the cheek area. I've got a nice after effect of the flavor. I can really feel it in the throat from the roastiness of the beer. I'm getting a nice feel of that there. You do pick up some of the sweetness from like the traditional lager, that 40% part. You get a little bit of that coming through, but the porter takes more of a control over that amount of the flavor as well. So you're not getting as much of that sweetness there. The porter has a nice little bittering effect that offsets it nicely, so you get hit with that. Goes down very smoothly on the back end. Has a nice refreshing quality to it. I can now pick up on the glass here some of the lacing taking place as well. A very nice put together beer. I've never had just their dark porter because some of their specialty beers, you have to get them closer to the brewery or MPA or whatever it may be. So a lot of them don't get out to the other parts of the market that I've seen and what I've heard. But I heard if you had some of their other type stuff, that those are actually pretty nice. Lord Chesterfield comes to mind as one that people talk about being a nicely tasted beer from Yuengling. But overall, it's got a nice little bit in there of the flavor and the taste from that porter. I'm getting a little bit now of a slight little bit of a coffee type feel there, but that roastiness, that toffee feel, just mixes well together with what you're getting from the lager portion. Overall, it's a pretty tasty beer. Like I said, for Yuengling, the black and tan is definitely one that I do favor from them. If you've had this one, let me know what you think of it. Put a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on that beer or any of the Yuengling beers that you may have had. Let me know how you feel about those by leaving a comment as well. Thanks for checking out another video. Hopefully you guys liked it. If so, remember to hit that thumbs up. And of course, if it's your first time to the channel, subscribe and make sure you hit that alarm bell so that way you're able to pick up other videos when I release them. Look forward to talking to you soon. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.